Hi, my name is Andrea and welcome to my channel. I do a bunch of random videos, really. I've done an art video, a rant video, song cover, and possibly in a couple weeks I might do an original song. So if you want to check that out, please subscribe. And now for this video, it's on how to edit, how I edit my videos using Android. If you have an iPhone, that's perfectly fine. We do not exclude anyone here. I know there's some people who have iPhones that are always saying how they're much better than Androids. Just know that iPhones, the main difference is the camera is way better. But editing wise, your video could be just as good as an iPhone or even better. It all just comes down to how you use your creativity and how much work and effort you put into your videos. I will be talking as fast as possible in this video because I do want to get as much explanation as possible. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at this notebook right here where I've written down some ideas so I don't miss out anything. The apps that I use are KineMaster, Viva Video, PicPlay Post, Polish, and PicsArt, and InShot. So some of these apps are not editing, like video editing apps, but because I also want to show you how to make thumbnails, that's why I added two like photo editing apps. Okay. And if you have an iPhone, some of these apps you might have it in. So I've had Android forever. I never had like an iPhone, and I've been making and editing videos for like the past like 6 or 7 years before like this channel. So I've kind of like experimented with several different apps and really got to know which ones are good and which ones are bad. And I've rounded it off to this list right here. So now that you know the names of the apps that I've mentioned before, I want to go in depth of how each app works. Starting off with KineMaster. If you're a beginner in editing, KineMaster is a really good app. I've slowly like stopped using it. I used it this past year, probably only used it like once or twice. And it's because it just doesn't have as much like effects that you can use or transitions. There's not like a bunch that you can do. There's still like the text. You can add a classic transition, or you could still like cut and trim the videos. And I believe you could add music as well. The only downside to that is that it does have a like watermark on the side. I will show you how like just some of the features in the app through this screen recording. Start off with pressing this button. It says select the aspect ratio of the project. I chose 16:9 here. And then you choose the video that you want. And then, like I said, it's an app for those who are barely starting to editing, which is why there's not that many like features to this app. But it is enough to make a really good video. Like you can add text and make it have the size that you want, and then choose the color that you want. And you can add if you want it to fade or pop or do that. You can add some stickers. There's not really that many stickers to choose from. I'm going to choose that bow. And then handwriting. You can like draw on here as well. Or add some effects. There's not as many effects. Like this is to make a mosaic. And then you can add audio on here as well. Just a little, showing up a little sneak peek to my new song. Of course, you can choose to put the audio of the song lower and then change the audio of the video as well. You want to make it louder. And then the same thing, like you can also split the video or you can trim it. And you can also add voiceovers. So it's a pretty good app if you're starting out. And if not, like, it's okay if you still want to like use this app. But like I said, you have to use the water. There's going to be a watermark on there. And you will have to pay $4 to take it off. The next app that I use is Viva Video. Now, this app I've used way more often. And the reason why is because it does have so much more effects and filters, and you can also do the same of cutting and splitting videos. There's so many options for like text animations as well. And then you can add like stickers or GIFs, which is really cool. And then another thing is you can also make your videos faster or slower. You can also add a bunch of like music. There's some music on there that it's like you can use, it's not copyrighted. And then there's so much more, but I'll show you in this screen recording as well. So for Viva Video, you choose the videos or the photos that you want to choose. And then you can do the same thing as with KineMaster. You can split it and trim the video as well. And everybody's told me that there's a time limit of 5 minutes, and my video is already over 5 minutes. But you can always change the speed as well, make it more quicker or slower. And by the stickers that I'm talking about, it's like this one. Like these GIFs are what make the video really cool. I feel like it adds more character to the video. And then effects. There's so many cool effects that you can use on this app. You do that. You get these really pretty butterflies. There's so many to choose from. Same thing with the text. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you can add some text animations. So we're gonna put hi. Make it more bigger. Then I've got an art video, a rant video. You can choose if you want it animated, like I've got an art video, a rant like video, that, song cover, and or I've got an art video, a rant spin video. Like that. There's just so many cool things that you can add on this app, which is why it's one of my favorites. And then you can also mute it. You can add some really cool transitions on here, and as well as reverse it, meaning, well, it's gonna take a while, but like instead of from beginning to end, it'll be from end to beginning. And you can add filters as well, like this, that. There's like so many to choose from. It's not just filters, but also effects. Like you can make it like it was like a VHS. You can choose. And the same thing, you can also add music and voiceovers. And there's just so much you can do. Like I said, they already have some music here that's not copyrighted, but still you should always give credit to the artist. Or you can add your own music. And sound effects as well. And then if you want a specific theme, they got you. This theme is called Retro. And they basically do the editing for you. There's just so much you can do with it if you really put your creativity into it. The only downside to Viva Video is that it also has a watermark, and then there's also a time limit. The good thing about KineMaster was that you don't really have a time limit, but it is worth it. If you're making a video of 5 minutes or less, it's way more worth it to do Viva Video, because the time limit is 5 minutes, and you get so much in those 5 minutes with adding transitions and all these like animations. Really good. But since Viva Video does have a time limit, that's why I've also started using InShot. With the InShot app, I've made 20-minute videos, and it hasn't told me like there's a time limit. So it's a really good app if you don't want that time limit. And the even better part of this app is that there is no watermark. Okay, well, I lied. There is a watermark, but you could take it off by watching an ad, which is not that bad. Like, if you would get to have a video without a watermark, that is really good. And I feel like it makes it way more professional to not have that watermark. So it's definitely worth it to watch that one ad. And then, which is why I really love this app. So you create a video, put new, and you add that video. And you can also add the same thing of effects, some music, or record. And then the same thing with text. And you can choose a color and everything, and then how you want it to, if you want it to fade in, go like that. There's not as many there's not as many animations as the Viva Video. You can always make it bigger, smaller. And then you can also add stickers. There's a couple GIFs on here, but most of them, it's just like stickers. Yeah. And filters as well. This app also has just as many filters and effects as Viva Video. I want it to glitch. That. And the same thing with trimming and splitting the video. And there's just so many things that you can do on this app. And my next app is Pick Play Post. So this app is not exactly an editing app. It's only based on one specific thing, and that is making video collages. Go to this app, I select create a collage. And there's already the videos I chose on here. You just select that. Add the video that you want to add. And so this is what I mean. That all 4 videos are playing at the same time. That's what a video collage is. The next app is Polish. So Polish is an app that I use for thumbnails, sort of. I basically use it for mostly when I want to have when I have a picture and I want to cut out a specific thing and add a background to it. So let's see. Let's say I chose this picture. So, and I just want to cut around it. There's this feature that can do it for you. You press the AI button and it cuts it out. It doesn't cut out perfectly for you, but you can always zoom in and do the rest yourself. And then you can choose a background. Or if you don't want a background, that's okay, because you can use it as a sticker, which is how I use it for my thumbnails. And you can also add text on here. And there's just so many features on this app that you can explore with. The next app, which is PicsArt, you press the plus button. And then you go down. This is how I make thumbnails. And you choose pick canvas. And it's already chosen right there for me. It's 1920 by 1080. That's the size for a YouTube thumbnail. And you can choose the background. I can choose this one. Or they have some images on there as well. If I chose red.
choose these roses. And you choose how you want it. And then add some text. And you can choose a color as well. Ta-da! You just kind of slide your finger, and that's how it works. And you can add stickers as well and different layers. That one. Stump stickers, you have to pay for them. That's okay because you still have so many options. Press this arrow right here on the top right hand corner and you press save and share. Press save and then ask you where you want, if you want to send it, upload privately to PicsArt, or save it to your device.
Okay, so basically that's all the apps that I use. I will show you a clip of how I edit a video. I will show you how I edit this specific video.
So I begin to screen record, which I'm currently already doing, and then I go on. Since right now I'm showing how I have used the KineMaster app, I'm basically demonstrating on here how it works. And then I screen record how I'm using Viva Video. Now I'm going to be showing how I use InShot. So now I'm going to do the same of showing with PicsArt and how I use Polish. So after screen recording on how I use the apps, I go to the app that I currently use, InShot, create a new video. Add both of them on here. And I just hear the audio and where I want to cut it.
After the screen recording.
So right here is where I would split it, and I would add the video of the screen recording, which of course I haven't finished yet. But when I do, I would add it right here. And the same thing for when I introduce the Viva Video. But what I could do as of now is start off with adding the intro. So I use that intro on there. And then I add the music.
Screen recording.
Now you will notice that there is the PicPlay Post watermark on here. And I do the same thing for Viva Video, that when there is a watermark and I'm using the InShot app, I add a text, like I make my own watermark basically. Like right here, I'm going to put Andrea. And I choose it to this, the label, make it round. I'll put it right on the corner throughout the entire video. So that way you don't notice that there is a watermark on here and people would think it's like your own. And it'll also make it more personalized to your video. So after all this, obviously, at the end I put me leaving it off.
Okay, well that's the end of this video. Again, feel free to check out my other videos on this channel that are not editing videos, if that's what you're looking for. But there is several different types of videos that you may or might not like. So, thank you for watching and bye.